Hey MK3 fam, it's Works Hard, and I'm here with a video about something that is really important to me, and that was my debt-free journey, or what I like to call my financial freedom journey. So I've watched a bunch of videos by people talking about their debt-free journey, and I don't quite feel that they're being truthful, because unless you live off the grid, you will always have some form of debt, be it utilities, food. You always have some debt. But I'm going to take you on my debt-free-ish journey. Okay, so as I've said in previous videos, at one point in time I was just so inundated with debt that I could just barely breathe, and I knew I needed to make a change. So I went and I put myself, oh sorry, it's a gnat. I went and put myself on a mental and an emotional diet, and I went through all of the symptoms of withdrawal, the moodiness, the depression, the cranky, the rebelliousness, all of that. But it was so worth it at the end. So when I was deciding to do this, I sat down and I figured out how did I need to do it, and I came up with 5 initial steps. This is going to be a series, and this is going to be part 1 of getting yourself, I'm sorry, my allergies are bothering me, of getting yourself ready for this journey. So step 1 is, and I'm reading my notes. Step 1 is acknowledging that there's a problem, or that there's something that you could be happier with as far as where your paycheck or whatever source of income that you have is going. So for me, there was definitely a problem. I never had a problem with saving, and I never had a problem with spending. I don't live an extravagant life, but something obviously started going wrong. All my lifelong lessons I just started going and departing from, because I just had no money. All of my money was going right back out to bills. So I was doing something different, and I had to go back and figure that out. Number 2 is be ready to make a change. A lot of times people say, oh, they tired of their bills, or they want to be able to save this, that, and the other, but they're really not ready to do the work that it takes to get it. And you gotta say, you gotta do something different, because what you're doing isn't working for you. At least it wasn't working for me. So 3, be realistic and be encouraged. If you have a lot of debt like I did, it didn't happen overnight, so it's not going to go away overnight. And this is somewhere the dieting, growing pains, or whatever comes into play, and you don't want to do it, but you got to be realistic and encouraged, and just know that this time that is taking you to get out of this, it's a time for you to reflect and see where did you make maybe poor decisions, or maybe not as informed decisions, to help get you into this spot so that you can avoid that in the future. Alright, number 4, this is so important. Get a support system, a buddy. You need to let people know ahead of time, this is what you're going to be doing, so that they can help you when you're feeling low and don't want to do it. So I have friends that did not go on this journey with me, but they knew that this is what I was trying to do. So when I felt low and didn't want to stick with it, they kept me encouraged, because they knew how important it was to me. So I just want to thank all the people that did encourage me for that, because it is just so crucial. And number 5, you need a spending journal. I gave myself a 3-month spending journal, and in that journal I was 100% honest with myself. I made myself buy all the things that I normally would buy and do everything the way I normally would, because it defeats the purpose to cheat in your own spending journal. How can you make change if you aren't being honest with yourself to see where your money really is going? So, and I don't think 1 month is enough time. 3 months has holidays, has birthdays, has things in it to where you could say, oh, that's right, I always go really hard for this person's birthday or that person's birthday, or oh, that's right, it's Valentine's Day, or it is Mother's Day, or something like that. Like if you do 3 months, you're going to get a better idea of where you are spending your money, and that'll help you when you get ready to go to phase 2. Now, while you're doing your spending journal, you need to start figuring out, what are your financial goals? What is the things that you would like to do that you can't do because you have so much debt, or you can't do it comfortably? Like, let's say you would like to travel, but you can't because you don't have any money. Or it's so tight that if you do travel, now you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. So you have to get those things worked out. And for me, like I said, I don't live an extravagant life, and I always like to travel, but because stuff had just got so out of control, that for like 2 years I didn't take a vacation. And for some people that might not seem like a lot, but for me, excuse me, I work hard every day, so I'd like to be able to enjoy some of my money. And the fact that 2 years went by and I wasn't able to take a vacation, and people who made less than me was able to take a vacation, I said, well, I gotta get it back together, because this wasn't my life. So I'm not dealing with savings right now, because for me, I have actually paid my debt off a couple times in my lifetime, but I didn't do it in the terms of looking at it as a lifestyle change. And the second time, when I was trying to save and pay down debt, I couldn't do those two at the same time, not simultaneously. To me, those were mutually exclusive. So I had to focus on the debt. And then once I got the debt out, I was able to save a nice amount of money for someone of my salary range, I feel, anyway. But number 2 video is going to show you what to do once you have your 3-month journal and you have your goals together. So hopefully you find this helpful, and that you're able to do all of these things. Don't forget, acknowledge that there's a problem, be ready to change, be realistic and encourage, get yourself a support system and a spending journal. Don't forget, while you're doing your spending journal, you are supposed to start setting up in your mind, what are some of the goals that you have for yourself once you have some of this debt eliminated, or while you're trying to pay the debt down responsibly. Okay, thank you for watching. Like the video. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and hit the notification button so that you'll know when the next video is coming. And have a great day. Bye.